G'day. I've been searching around the web and I haven't found anyone's pictures or solution to this yet, or any pictures of how to get the engine out removing the front subframe. I've seen pictures in magazines and people say that's how you do it, and this time I decided to do it this way rather than lifting it out the top. So I disconnected the gear lever mechanism on the top of the gearbox before I moved the engine at all. Just reached up and undid the clips, undid the exhaust and the drive shaft obviously, and then had the hoist on, but the front subframe unbolts with all the socket headed screws, top and front and back, and the bumper. I didn't need to. They have those two large 17mm bolts there, and the bumper slides forward and off. The headlights come out with two screws ahead and one screw behind, and there's also a normal bolt on the front subframe under here for, to let it come off ahead forward, and there it is sitting over there. So that's the front subframe. Once you've got that out of the way and all the plumbing and wiring, hook the hoist onto the engine and slowly ease it forward, disconnecting any cables or hoses, hydraulic hoses, aircon lines, etc. that are in the way, and then just wiggle it forward, lift it over the subframe. The gearbox hangs up on the subframe. You've got to sort of jiggle that up and get it over, but then it comes straight out forward, which is, I did it by myself. It's certainly easier than bringing it out the top. So there's the subframe, aircon condenser, radiator from a Ford, etc. Here's the engine as it came out. Cleaning up the clutch and the flywheel. A little bit of oil from the rear seal, but not much. But this engine started puking oil out the exhaust on both sides for some reason, so I'm going to have to go into it and have a look. There was no water in the oil or oil in the water that I could see, but there's something going on inside. It's always got rid of a little bit of water. I never really found the reason for that. But anyway, I picked up a spare out of a QP4. It's an automatic, so it had a this flex plate on the back. So I've got to change that over. It's doweled. The top dead center mark is vertically down when number one's on top dead center. On the normal clutch plate, there is a chevron, but it's at about the 1 o'clock position, about this bolt hole when number one's at top dead center, and there doesn't seem to be any mark on the bottom. But this spigot would be bottom dead center, top dead center at the bottom when number one's on top dead center. This dowel on both crankshafts is in the same position, so I will put this on the automatic engine in the same position using the dowel, and it's been balanced obviously, so I can't see any balancing on the flex plate, but I'm just hoping that it's not enough to worry about, or if there was. Anyway, I'm not going to pull the engine apart and get it rebalanced. So anyway, that's the engine's out, the back of the engine, the gearbox. I'll clean up the plate. The disc was only new last year, clutch disc, and we'll do a swap over. And with standard chips and boost on the automatic engine, I'm hoping everything will work and it'll be reliable as that, while I rebuild my number one engine here once I see what's wrong with it, and I might take it a bit further with a bit more boost or a bit different timing, etc. But anyway, that's the Ghibli engine out the front.